everyone. Perhaps you've been asked to find the midpoint on a line with the following endpoints. You're not quite sure how to do that, or maybe you need a refresher. Well, you've come to the right place because I'm Professor Capko and I'm going to make this easy for you. But first, I do want to mention that I believe something great is going to happen for you today. All right, back to the video. This is something that we're going to need the midpoint formula for. Remember that these are coordinates on the coordinate plane, and you've got the x's on the left and the y's on the right. And we're just going to call this 1 and 2 because we have two different points. And we could graph these, but I'm not going to do that today. We might do that another time. But we will need something called the midpoint formula. And the midpoint is the point that's directly equidistant between both sides or both endpoints. And that's going to have x at the midpoint and y at the midpoint. And we're going to find that by using this formula. We have x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2, comma, y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2, and we're going to close that parentheses. That is the midpoint formula. If you're finding this helpful so far, find the midpoint of that like button and go ahead and smash it for me. That'll help with the YouTube algorithm and others will be able to find us. All right, so we're looking for the midpoint, the XM and the YM, and we're going to fill these in. I'm going to pull out the variables and just leave empty boxes there. It makes it easier to keep track of. X1 plus x sub 2, and this is divided by 2, is equal to this box y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2, close parentheses. I've just rewritten the formula, but I took out the variables and labeled them with what was there and included the addition in between. All right, next we fill in the boxes. Well, we've got that from up here. Here's our x of 1, x sub 2, and our y sub 1 and our y sub 2. All we need to do is fill those in. So our x sub 1 is 2. And I like to maybe check them off or whatever, or circle them when I've gotten them, so I make sure I've gotten everything. And the second x, that's the sub 2, that's 2. And the x, it's like playing tic-tac-toe. It's going to be the 6. Let's go ahead and fill in the y sub 1. That's the one over here. Don't forget the negative sign in front of it. So that's y sub 1 is negative 1. That's why I like the boxes. And y sub 2 is 11. So I go ahead and fill that in. All right, let's clean this up some more. I'm still looking for our x midpoint, y midpoint. And we have 2 plus 6 over 2. And we have negative 1 plus 11 over 2. We can go ahead and let's do the addition on top first. So we've got the xm, ym. 2 plus 6 is 8 divided by 2. And negative 1 plus 11, we're adding a negative to a positive. That leaves us a positive 10 divided by 2. Last step, all we need to do is do our division. 8 divided by 2 is 6. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. So our midpoint is 6 and 5. This is our x and this is the y of our midpoint on the line that has the endpoints listed up here. That's all I have for the video today, but there's more that you need to know about this type of algebra and this type of calculation. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll know when the next video comes out. But until next time, keep your grade alive and subscribe. Thank you.